According to the Global Livability Ranking, from the Economist Intelligence Unit's, EIU, which evaluates the urban quality of life, Toronto is one of the best cities to live in the world. Toronto ranked 8th as one of the best cities to live on the planet. But what are the reasons to choose Toronto? How did Toronto reach this quality of life? And what should we learn from Toronto? Toronto, the capital of the province of Ontario, is Canada's largest financial centre and largest city. It is the 4th most populous city in North America after Mexico City, New York, and Los Angeles. The city is located in the southern region of the province of Ontario on the north shore of Lake Ontario. The region was inhabited by Indigenous peoples for over 10,000 years. In 1750, the French founded Fort Roulet, in a district in downtown Toronto. The British Lord Dorchester arranged for the purchase of Toronto in 1787 and secured over 1,000 square kilometers of land. In 1793, Governor John Graves Simcoe established the City of York on Toronto lands, and later designated it the capital of Upper Canada. The city was the site of the Battle of York in the Anglo-American War of 1812, having suffered much damage. In 1834, York was renamed and incorporated as the City of Toronto and became the provincial capital. Toronto was a major destination for immigrants and grew rapidly through the remainder of the 19th century. The first significant group of immigrants was Irish, at the time of the Great Irish Famine, and joined the existing population of English and Scots. After World War II, the city began to receive immigrants from Europe, China, and even construction workers, especially from Portugal and Italy. In the late 1960s, immigration began to come from all over the world due to the end of racially based immigration policies. During the 1960s, the approval of laws that forced the use of French as a working language in Quebec-based companies favored the relocation of several companies from Montreal to Toronto. The City of Toronto has a strong and varied economy and is Canada's main financial and commercial hub. It stands out as the largest industrial centre in Canada, which has benefited from the existence of large deposits of natural resources in the region such as wood, aluminum, copper, iron, nickel, silver, gold, uranium, and zinc. The region has several hydroelectric dams due to the existence of lakes, rivers, waterfalls, and also nuclear power plants, favored by uranium deposits. The city has several cultural institutions, art galleries, and museums, such as the Royal Ontario Museum, the largest museum in the country, the Art Gallery of Toronto, with a wide variety of paintings and sculptures, and the Ontario Science Centre, in the area of science and technology. Several theatre companies, the National Ballet of Canada, and the Canadian Opera Company are also headquartered in Toronto. Before continuing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This is very important so we can make new videos for you. In every province and territory, education is compulsory in Canada, up to the age of 18 for some provinces and 16 for others. The overall knowledge and skills of 15-year-old Canadians are ranked as the 6th best in the world by the OECD, and 61% of Canadians aged between 25 and 34 have obtained higher education. This percentage is one of the highest among OECD countries and puts the country in second place behind South Korea. Toronto has the largest public library system in the country. 3 universities are located in Toronto: the University of Toronto, which is the largest university in Canada, York University, in North York, and Ryerson University, located downtown. The health system in Canada is called Canadian Medicare. The system is universal and is administered by the country's provinces. Benefits vary and the provinces offer some help for certain groups for services that are not included in the health plan. Citizens receive free medical and hospital services, but about 2/3 of Canadians have private insurance. The Toronto Transit Commission is responsible for public transport services in Toronto, which is one of the most self-sufficient systems in North America, with around 400 bus lines and 12 tram lines. Toronto's subway system is about 80 stations and 70 kilometers long. The city also has train stations for transportation in the metropolitan area of Toronto. The construction and maintenance of bike lanes and multi-purpose trails, with bike parking, are actions taken by the City of Toronto to support cycling, which is one of the fastest-growing modes of transportation in the city. The city favors the use of bicycles to go to the neighborhoods and various destinations, with bike lanes, multi-purpose roads, and shared roadways. About 59.3% of Canada's electricity production comes from hydroelectric energy, while wind energy represents about 3.5%, and biomass represents about 1.4%. Canada is one of the largest hydroelectric power producers in the world. Besides Toronto, which was chosen in 8th place as the city with the best quality of life in 2022, we have Vienna, the capital of Austria, in the 1st place, and Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, in 2nd place. Calgary, in Canada, ranked 3rd, and Vancouver, another city in Canada, ranked 5th as one of the best cities to live on the planet. Check the videos about these cities. If you liked the video, leave your like, and don't forget to subscribe. This is very important so we can make new videos for you.